What is good? Matter of fact, what is great? Just another day. Spinning into the space with the stars, following the sun. Whatever's happening out there, we're doing it. We're doing it again. You ever walk into a store or wherever you are, just kind of look at other people? Yeah, you people watch. What's that person wearing? I don't think about that. I'm thinking about what the hell are they thinking? Because I know my mind is going nuts. Like, I saw this guy in Publix, which is a supermarket if you're not from South Florida, general, South area, South country. The guy's like looking at the food like he's trying to sneak up on it. Like he's kind of like looking at it with the side eye. Like I don't know if he's like looking at his peripherals, got bad eyes. I don't know what it was, but it was just like he was creeping on the food. Like he wasn't looking directly at things. You know how you look for like a certain thing, you're trying to match prices, whatever the hell you're doing. He was like looking at it sideways, and I don't know, it was just weird. I was just noticing it. My girlfriend was shopping, so I'm just kind of like watching people. I wasn't even paying attention. Then I saw this other guy, full mullet, and he was not like doing it by accident. It looked like a legit mullet, like he just got pulled out of 2 decades ago or something, and he just got plopped there. I'm like, what's going on in this place? And then I saw, not to be mean, this lady, but she looked homeless. And I live in downtown, and we weren't downtown at the moment. I live downtown, and when I go to that Publix, lots of homeless people, no biggie. You can always spot them. They got their own like shopping cart. It's weird. They have like their own little shopping cart. It's not the normal shopping cart. It's like a smaller one, I guess, because it's more portable. I don't know, but you can tell, they're getting a few things. They're not getting much. I guess they're homeless. I don't know. They shop sometimes. Happens. But this lady was like getting a full thing, like a full cart full of stuff. I'm like, why does she like look like she doesn't have much money, but you're buying a friggin' 6-person household worth of food? It's just strange. Then I saw the guy with the mullet. I'm like, where am I? And I realized I'm in a different area. And just to give you a sense of what area I'm in, there was a Trader Joe's across the street. So I'm like, oh, I'm in like a kind of hippie-esque village type place, which there are in Orlando. Orlando's very strange, but I noticed these things. The guy with the mullet stood out because I'm like, oh, wait, let me see what this guy's kind of, that's when I realized I'm in the hippie village, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, let me see what he's buying. He's in the line behind us. He's packing the conveyor belt. First of all, super organized. I'm like, damn, that, like, he packed it in like Tetris. Couldn't believe it. And I'm like, I'm trying to be healthy myself. And I'm like, what does he got? He's got like organic breads, and then like I'm like, maybe I could take some tips. Maybe I could figure, because I don't know what bread to eat. I'm trying to stop eating bread because I saw this documentary about wheat. It's processed bad. It's effing up the gut biome. Gut biome? Wow, gut biome is what I meant. Didn't even notice that one. Didn't even almost didn't even catch that slip up, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what kind of breads to eat because I want to supplement it with like a gluten-free is not even fully wheat-free a lot of times, because the wheat they use or whatever they use when it's not gluten, there's like some things that are used in wheat or something. I don't know. Just watch the documentary. It's called What's Up with Wheat. I've been telling everybody to watch it. Anyway, it kind of effed me up. I can't eat wheat. I'm trying not to. I broke once, but I'm really trying not to, just to see if I feel any better, just try to be healthy, see if I can do it. So far, it's going pretty well. It's really easy, eating a lot of quinoa for my carbs. Back to the point. He had bread, trying to get some tips from this mullet guy. Then I see he's got like 4 cases of V8. I don't know if you know what V8 is. I don't even know what it is. I think it's like vegetable juice. Like it's supposed to be like your supplement. I'm like, who drinks V8 anymore? I never even knew anyone who drank V8 in the first place. I thought it was like a gimmick type thing. I mean, I guess some people bought into it, but this guy was still drinking it. V8. I remember having it like once when I was like really little, and it was like they're trying to make it like juice, but it's healthy juice, I guess. But I'm sure there's like a ton of sugar in it, so it's still okay. But like, I don't think that's that good for you. Like, you went from all this organic stuff, like super healthy, and then you got like V8, which is like a fake healthy. I don't even know. I'm talking out of my butt. No clue if that's even accurate, but I've never seen anybody purchase V8, and it was just like, of course this guy has the V8 and 4 liters of it. I'm not exaggerating either. He had like 4 full containers of it. So that was my Sunday. What else did I do? Oh, I was also thinking for Christmas, I might upgrade my phone. I got a 6S right now, iPhone. And I'm thinking about Android, and then there's just so many negatives. And it's just like, can you even switch? And the process of switching is ridiculous. Is like, you have all the contacts. I saw something on Google's website where you could switch over all your info and stuff like that. But the killer is the texting. You don't have the iMessage. You have the dreaded green text pop up on your boy's phone. He's like, he's switched. And now you just like went down in the rankings a lot. And I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried that my stuff won't go through. I'm messaging a lot throughout the day. I'm sending videos and pictures, and like iMessage is beautiful. The Wi-Fi, it sends through Wi-Fi, not cellular data. So like you see it's delivered, but I looked it up, and you can get that stuff on your phone, so you know your stuff on an Android, so you know that your stuff is delivered, but that doesn't mean they get it. I just know that mine like went through, I guess. I don't know. I just don't like how they can't. I like when people see that I read their text. I have read receipts. I'm on read receipts gangs for life. Well, for now, unless I get an Android. But I just can't stand that green text, like, if it's going to go through, and I don't need that stress. And then on top of it, it's like, everything I do, I had an Android like 5 years ago now for a little bit, like a small fraction of time. And everything was late. People got like Snapchat, and then they got Snapchat video, and I was late. I couldn't get it. Then they got like, for example, Instagram came out with Instagram stories, and the Androids didn't have that update yet, so it was late. Those weren't accurate examples, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's just updates, and you're just late, and the whole point of getting a new phone is to be fresh and stay ahead of the game. I'm not trying to get a phone that drops me back. Anyway, the point is the Google Pixel looked freaking dope. The camera's dope, which I use a lot, and the video camera was dope. And it had like super fast charging, and it lasts forever. And the main thing is that it's cheaper. I can't go for these $1,000 phones, the iPhone X. And there's no deals. There's no sweet deals anywhere. The deal is you get to start a new plan. They're like saying, instead of saying you get a discount for starting a new plan, they're like, oh, look, you're available for a new plan. Lucky you. You get to start up a whole new friggin' payment plan. I don't know. There's no deals anywhere. I can't go with that. I can't get myself to get a new phone yet. This one's working perfect, but it's starting to have those weird little lags that the friggin' Apple sends you bugs on purpose, so you upgrade, you get fed up with your thing, and you throw it against a wall or whatever. And then you're like, I gotta get a new one. That's where I'm at. But it's working. It's doing its job. I also want to get like an upgrade for my friggin' mic, because right now I'm just kind of recording on my computer. Sounds pretty decent. There's not too much background noise and things like that. But when I was rapping, it came out kind of echoey. Not echoey, but like not as smooth. I don't even know the terms for audio, but I would love to get like a sweet mic. I don't even know technicals of mics, because like I feel like, I don't know, but they're super expensive as well. But it would be dope, because that one came out decent. Like, I figured out how to record the music well while I rap and things like that, so it doesn't like catch echoes and things like that. So that came out fun. But yeah, I would love to get a really nice mic and get that sounding good, get this podcast sounding good, get a little setup going where I could maybe do video podcasts as well when I'm recording at home, so I could have both like the people do, and just get this CelliPod cracking. What else is there? There was something else I was going to say. Can't remember. Oh, did I talk about the creative process already? Anyway, when I was rapping, I've made a bunch of songs already over the years, but like almost none of them are finished. Like 95% of them are not finished. But I just keep switching songs because I have ADD. Not really, but probably. And what happens is I hear a beat, start writing for it, and then I love it. But then I go over it, I like pause because I like my brain's fried. I'll come back to this later. And then by the time I come back to it later, I found another beat I hear and I try to start on that one. So I like keep having like 75% finished songs. But the other night, I'm like, let me just sit down, and I wrote a lot right from the jump. From the start, I wrote like half the friggin' thing. I'm like, man, this is going quick. So I'm like, let me see if I can finish this in one night. I've never done that. And then there was points where I wanted to stop because there was like, I got to like a big hurdle. I'm like, oh, how am I going to make this sound good? I really want to make this part good. So I wanted to like go do other things and come back to it. I'm like, you know what? Let me just try to power through it. And I did. And I didn't get hung up on things being perfect, which is one really good notion to stick with you, is that sometimes you just want to stick with good enough. You can always make things better and better and better, but if it's good enough, I think Casey Neistat actually said something like that. I'll find the quote, but he said something about creating, just make, if it's good enough, it's good enough, something like that, some kind of, platitude type stuff. But that's what I usually do, is like I write something and I really like it, but then like as I'm writing more and I go back through it, I'm like, that's not that great and I could do better, and I try to make that better, and that's just like a never-ending thing. So this one I'm like, you know what, it's good enough, it worked, I like it. And then the overall thing, I was much happier that the whole thing was done, and I like the whole rap as a whole than when I break it down. And that's the other thing I'd like to talk about, is rap. It's very strange, but there's a lot going on now where you just hear dumb lyrics that are just bumping, and that's what I like to listen to myself personally. A lot of times I'm in the gym or in my car, I don't care what they say at all, I just want to hear it and get me hype. And it's like more about how they play the words on the beat, not even like what they say. But if it's catchy what they say and kind of like has like any meaning whatsoever, then it's a good song to me. It's like, if the meaning is too dumb, I guess I can't do it. But if it's like, but then there's a threshold. If it's dumb enough, it's like funny, so I like to repeat it and sing it. But that's what I was doing with my raps, is like sometimes I try to make them too smart, because I'm like, I feel like if people are listening to it and then they actually like, well, what the hell is he saying if it has no meaning? Like, well, I can do that, because that's how I look at it. I'm like I really can or whatever. But I'm just making whatever I like to make, but trying to do what the hell, write bars and stuff. But yeah, the point is, sometimes I try to make things too perfect or too smart when people aren't even listening to that. They're just freaking bumping out to it. So I think the most important is just the way it sounds more than just the actual meaning, which is kind of like backwards in music, right? It should be like, I guess it's all sound, but I guess a combo, and there's a balance, and that's another friggin' platitude. We're always talking platytatiousness. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I got that point across fairly roughly. But yeah, I'm gonna try to write a lot more. It's a lot of fun. It's also really fun when I try to get things out in one sitting, because then I get like the whole point across. I don't really overthink it, overanalyze it. I get that what I'm feeling in the moment, I get it all the way out, and then I can move on, and it's not like a stressor. And it's not like, oh, I want to get that done, or like I have to get back into that mood when I try to come back to it. That's the other thing, is that if I try to come back to it, I'm not in the same mood. And I'm like, what mood was I in when I started this? I can't remember. Sounding like Nana, for those who know Nana. I can't remember. What the hell is this? I gotta have Nana on a podcast one of these days. Just talk nonsense. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, also with the videos, I love making videos, but I notice that I get like stressed out sometimes when I have videos to do, and it's like, I was thinking, wait, don't I like to do this? Aren't I doing this because I like it? But then I realized it's not really stress of having to do the videos, it's that I just don't have enough time in the day to get them done, and I can't focus all my attention on it. I have so many other things. So that's kind of my goal in life, is to be able to have all the time I want to dedicate to what I want to do. It's pretty simple, but that's like a huge goal of mine, is just get to a point where I spend more time on things I like to do because that's what I want to do. Basically just do what I want, but be able to live that way, if that makes sense. So figure out ways to make enough money to survive off of, that I could focus on all my fun things that I can create and enjoy doing, and do them more often, and not have to worry about other things I have to do, if that makes any sense. It makes sense. Why do I say that? Anyway, so lastly, I want to have, this is not lastly either, I might have a lot more other thoughts that pop into my brain. I'm going to have a lot more people on this podcast as well, instead of me just blabbering to myself. But I'm really looking forward to that as well. I hope sometime in the near future I get like a little studio set up so I can have people over and we could talk face to face, because it's really dope. A lot of times I have good conversations with my friends when we like meet up at the gym, or I see them out or something like that, and we have really good conversations, and they would make great podcasts, but it's really hard to do that over the phone. Video chat works, but the quality is just so terrible. There's no real like good quality video recording, audio, podcast making, friend, internet, Wi-Fi, cyber podcast technology out there yet. But yeah, speaking of technology though, what's up with these robots? They're looking crazy, like they're doing backflips and stuff like that. And the funny thing is I've been trying to do a backflip for a long time. I've done it in the pool recently. But these robots are doing backflips now. I'm like, maybe they could teach me the technique, what are like algorithms they use for their kneecaps, and they could apply that. I'm just scared I'm going to break my neck, so that's why I don't do it on the ground. But I really want to. I feel like I want to like be able to do that. I've been saying it for a while. Me and my Billy Dunkademics actually have a challenge. I haven't seen it even tried in months, so we're still on that challenge. If you'd listen to this, Billy. He's not going to listen to this. What else was there? Start of the week, Monday. What's up? What am I doing this week? Oh yeah, I have this, speaking of the videos, I have this super good idea, I think, that I really like, of this like hype, motivational, super entertaining video I want to make. It's a short film. I love those terms. That term, whatever you call it, it's 2 words, 1 term. It's like a little short film of just like, do it, get up, freaking do what you want, focus, and get things done, and stop wasting time, and also make the most out of every second, whatever. You get the point. I think it's going to be super cool, and I'm mapping it out as we speak. Not as we speak because I'm speaking on this, but like in the current day. I'm mapping it out, and I was trying to shoot it this weekend and things like that, and I had like the beginning mapped out, and then the middle I knew what I wanted, but I didn't really map it out yet, like write it down and plan it out. And I went to go shoot it, and then when I got home later that night, I was like thinking about it more, and I found a new approach, and that made that middle part, whatever you want to call it, I don't want to give too much away, that's why I'm being so vague. I found a way better way to shoot it, so it made me realize that I gotta plan first before I shoot. But the reason I was shooting before I was planning, because I'm just anxious to get it up. I want to get it started, and I just, even though no one's waiting on it, I'm waiting on it, and I think it'll be super cool. So looking forward to that a lot, and it's coming out better than I thought already. But I barely even shot it, but I just have the visions and the little shots in my head now, and I have like a little story to tell, and it's pretty cool. So I'm really excited for that. And I want to make more videos like that. This one's going to be more of like a serious one, but like super hype, I guess. But I also want to make random ones, and I don't know. I just want to make a ton of videos, and I still like making videos, even though they were like stressing me out a little bit, because I got so far behind on the dunk journey ones, but there was just so many intricate things, and I realized it was becoming more of a stress because it felt more obligated to do it than I felt like I wanted to do it. And I feel like I should just focus on the quality and the more entertaining ones, because I feel like I documented enough of the journey that now I'll just document the like highlights and the moments, but I don't need to document all the workouts and every single workout and every single freaking movement I do, because that's just too much. I've done it enough. I've done it for like a year or more, I think. I don't even know, but a lot. And so, of course, if you have questions, I'll still answer them, things like that. But I'm doing the same thing. I kind of figured it out now, too. So I'm kind of like done experimenting, and I kind of figured out the path I need to do to work out. And back to dunking, I've been in a slump for the past little bit, only like a week or two, but I'm ready to jump. I need to get my technique, and I just want to feel like fluid. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, I'm just thinking about that now. But that's the other thing about back all the way to the beginning with the Publix is the healthy eating. It's making me feel really good, and I've noticed that like everything's a lot smoother when I eat healthy. But people don't like you when you eat healthy. They say like if they offer you something, you say I'm not eating that. They take offense. They say like, oh, you're trying to be all healthy. Why don't you live a little? I'm like, I'm trying to live a lot, bro. That's why I'm doing this. I stopped eating wheat, and I love burgers, but I don't eat the bun anymore. I haven't done it in weeks now, maybe 2 weeks. And people are like, you're not going to eat the bun on your burger, on the favorite thing? How are you not going to do that? I don't believe it. I'm like, well, I like myself more. I'm only doing this for the health of my internal gut, so that way I don't get messed up physically and mentally. That thing messes with your brain too, all these things. So yeah, the thing I like the most is myself over the food. I just found that funny that people think when you eat healthy that you're like, you think you're better than other people. No, I'm trying to enjoy my life the most, and even though the food is huge enjoyment, it's so temporary, and it's like, that sounds so bad, like people are gonna hate me for that, but it's like, I still have sweets here and there, but I feel so much better, and you can do so much more, and it's not like, it feels like you're working harder too, because it's so easy. I like to do everything the hard way, because I feel like that makes me better in every way, and that's the whole point of my life, man. Just trying one step at a time towards nothing, man. Just straight up towards nothing, but I'm going up in all aspects. I see myself as like a pile of blocks, and they're all like scattered wide, right? But then like you're trying to build up each little piece, so that way you're building a wall. Not to block something, but like to climb onto, so you're up, and you're just stay up, live it up. It's where all those things come from. Up, we're going up. All I do is win. But yeah, trying to make all the aspects go up, and it feels nice. You know, you're just trying to progress, and I'm trying to just enjoy the most I can. And by eating well, I have more energy. I really do. I never really feel sluggish. And I feel like when I eat a lot, I feel also that I've noticed that it's a lot of times I eat a lot feels better than eating just junky food. It's just the fact, like, the junky food makes you want to eat a lot. So if you eat a lot, I'm just as satisfied if I eat like a lot of healthy food. I'm like super full. But it feels like it just slips right out of me. It doesn't feel like it's just stuck, or like I have a freaking brick in my lower intestine, wherever it goes. It goes to tubes. No one knows how the body works. But yeah, it just like feels like it goes right through me, and I use all the nutrients, and I don't really pack myself. I just feel a lot better. Like your body just feels better, and you just feel good. You don't feel like shaky and weird. Like whenever I have like too much sweets now, I'm all like shaky and jittery and effed up. But yeah, back to the, what's it called? Working on things. It's just like pushing yourself and doing things that are new are very, very helpful for me. And I feel like it's so hard to tell someone to try something new or just keep doing things until they do something that they feel that they've grown from. Because if you haven't really tried anything new or tried to push yourself or actually tried to execute something that you had an idea on, you won't see the benefits. It's like, you know, like it seems like just like a cliche type thing, just to do things, or executions, everything they say or whatever like that. But if you actually go and try to do something, you might realize like, oh, this is a lot harder. There's a lot more that goes into this. And that's why you have to do all the other things. And then if you actually want to get that thing done, the other stupid platitudes come back into play, like stay organized and stay balanced. Because if you actually try to do something, you'll realize that there's a lot more intricacies that play a role. I don't know where I'm going, but I like this. I like to just blabber. Anyway, I would love to get to a point where I'm just making videos at all times for like people or myself, and just making all types. Whatever mood I'm in, I can just go make a video, make a rap, whatever, and just get that done, and then move on to the next mood and just live in the moment, bro. Be so dope. But that's what I would love to do, because I feel like I love the connecting of the storytelling of a video with the sounds and things like that to capture the entire mood, and you kind of force people to feel some way. And that's what I love about making videos, is like I don't leave it up to you to kind of make your own story. I like to tell the story and make you feel some way, so that way you're just like, that's kind of what I try to invoke in you. So when I make this hype video, you're just going to be like, I want to go. I don't know where, but I'm going. I'm doing it now. Whatever. I don't even know what I want to do. But that's part of it too, is like, if you don't know what you want to do, go out and try to search for it. Not blindly, but just like start doing things that you know are good. Like maybe eat healthy. That's one that you know is good for you. It just makes your body work better. And then you feel better about doing that. And then you learn about something else, like stretch. Maybe my body needs to move better. Start with your body. Then start with your mind. Go mental on them. Start meditating. Start doing things. Just focus on your body and your mind and make your freaking whole being the best you can be. How many times can I say it? 1,000,000. Infinity, because I'm going to keep saying it, because that's the whole point. I'm doing everything I do. There's no point to anything, but there's a point to doing it. Point is, I just like to progress constantly. As you know, I don't like to say it over and over, but the point is, it feels like you're working towards something, and that always makes you feel achieved. And then I also just like it because then there's just like new things keep happening, and I want to see what other new things happen. Like I like to make new things because I like to see that what I make helps people make what they make. Because I'm like, something they make, I might be like, I can't make that. That's crazy. And I like to see new things. I think that's what's it. If you got to this part, I hope you made it this far in the podcast, because it's not about just like making progress. I say that 1,000,000 times, but I really do love seeing crazy things that make me want to do stuff. So I want to kind of be a part of that snowball effect, where I make stuff that makes you want to make stuff, whether it's freaking anything, whether it's food, whether it's art. I'm so amazed by people who make like crazy art, like drawings, because I'm so untalented, if that's a word, when it comes to drawing and painting and things like that. But yeah, especially when the paintings are like abstract, but you still see like image. I'm like, how in the world? I guess you can see that in your brain if you just like close your eyes and like mush ideas together. But how do you physically draw that? And like, how do they keep it so neat? Like if you ever see like on the side of a wall, not like a mural on like a building, and it's so big and it's an amazing piece of art, but it's like the curves are like perfectly Fibonacci sequenced curves, and you're like, how in the world are you able to keep such a uniform shape? How are you defying human error? I don't understand. That blows my mind. So yeah, but the videos is something I can do, and I still don't even think they're nearly as good. I see these other videos and I'm like, geez Louise, and I just want to get to that level. And that's kind of what's cool, is like I have this like insane level I want to get to. So like I want to see if it's possible just to like prove this curiosity in my head, like how the hell are people born with that crazy ability to just like see the future? Or are they just like constantly working for a long, because you never see the process really, I guess. Nowadays, that's what's really cool about nowadays, is that information's just friggin' out there and people are showing the process. And like, that's what's so super cool about podcasts, is that people that are like celebrities or successful people, you get to see like their personal sides. And yeah, you've seen them before and you might understand the personality, but you hear like their mindset and where they started from. You could hear like the A to B, and it's really cool. And you hear more in depth about all these things that help you realize that they're just humans too. And I heard this like Carl Sagan like little speech recently. If you don't know him, Google it. He's like the predecessor to Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you don't know him, Google him. And so anyway, they're scientists, and he was just saying, Carl Sagan was just saying, like, everything you've ever known, every person you've ever known, every idea is all from Earth. And Earth is just one little tiny speck in the friggin' universe, but like everything you ever known, ever seen, all came from here. It's not like anybody had some like outside knowledge. So that's pretty cool. Something cool about that, you know? Yeah. Oh yeah. And the other thing about rap, they're all rapping about the same thing, but there's like no meaning. And I feel like with my rap, I'm sort of rapping about something like for you guys. Like, it's myself. It's mainly for myself, not to be like super narcissistic, but I just like, sometimes I hear a beat, I'm like, this could be good if you just have some hype lyrics with it. It doesn't have to be super creative or super smart, but like if you just have some hype lyrics, this could be way better. And like I just hear things, and like, not that I'm way better than the rappers, but it's just more for my taste. It's not even better, it's just different, and I like it different. Not that I like it different, I would like it in a different manner rapped on the beat, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, there's just like all this rap that's like, sometimes they get me hyped, but a lot of times it's just like nonsense, and like they're starting to go towards this like wavy chill, I do this, I do that, and they're all saying the same thing, and they kind of like, I want to hear some like, the way you see like motivational like videos, I want to like bring that into rap. Like when you see like a hype video that's just like pumps you up, I want to make like raps like that. So that's like, so it's pretty cool because I don't hear many raps like that, so I would love to be a part of that. I'm not a rapper though. Bing bop boom bop, that's just for Zeus right there. If Zeus is listening to this, my boy Zeus was in town the other day, him and Berkey, and we were talking about that. But I'm not a rapper. That was one of the most classic videos of all time. If you haven't heard that, look up Super Hot Fire on YouTube. It's hilarious. And I love videos like that, super creative and hilarious. And yeah, so videos, rap, freaking the usual on this Selly Pod. But I think that's it for now. That's a solid 30. That's a flirty 30 right there. And I guess we're out. I would love to hear your feedback on the rap. Remember, it's just decent. It's not, I hope to get a lot better than that. Say whatever you want. I love the hating comments. They're hilarious. I read everything, so that's what's cool about all this stuff, is that I can still read everything. There's not that much. Leave feedback on the podcast. I would love to know if you guys are listening to this. I'm going to have a lot more friends on soon, hopefully. It's kind of hard because sometimes these things just pop in my head and it's hard to link up schedules. But in the future, as this thing grows, I would love to have a studio somewhere in like my house or my new place in a few months, or like next year or whatever the hell. But it would just be great to keep building this and keep growing and keep talking and keep spitting fuego fires. And on that note, see ya!